So you may be asking, where am I and what am I doing taking this video wearing this silly outfit and basically out here in the middle of nowhere. Well, not necessarily the middle of nowhere because there's a road not too far over there. You may be able to hear the traffic, but it's not too bad. I'm out here on a mountain bike route that I like doing. I do often in Redlands and I love it. It's beautiful, very scenic. I enjoy doing it often, and it's one of my go-tos whenever I'm trying to get in a quick ride and just have a one-on-one with nature. And I'm here to talk about something that's very important to me and very meaningful, which is being part of nature, and also how as occupational therapists we can implement and use nature to treat our patients, our clients, and ourselves, because nature has a lot of healing properties that research has found that humans benefit from. There's this thing called biophilia hypothesis, and it's the idea that humans possess an innate tendency to seek connections with nature and other forms of life. This term was used by German-born American psychoanalyst Erich Fromm. And so his book, The Anatomy of Human Destructiveness, describes the passionate love of life and all of that is alive. So anecdotal data and also qualitative data has shown that humans are innately attracted to nature. There's some sort of pull towards nature that humans go to in time of sickness and in time of need. And this could be due to the evolutionary process. So as humans evolved many thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of years ago, they evolved in nature. So they had to learn how to adapt according to the nature that they were in, their surroundings. And basically that's how we develop our senses. For example, vision, which is a very way more challenging and difficult for me to explain and get into, was developed in a ways for them to be able to see, or for us even today, to see danger, to see the predators, such as a saber-tooth, to tell the differences between something in the foreground and the background, which is figure ground. Visual acuity, vision clarity, and just many other aspects of vision that are very important and critical for our survival. So there's this amazing OT from Australia, Bronwyn Painter. She's known as the Nature OT. And she has been doing occupational therapy and using OT for many years now. And I follow her on Facebook, and I actually found her through a podcast. So Bronwyn Painter has been working as a nature OT for many years and has even created webinars to teach OTs how to create and lead their own nature-based, therapy process, and also creating your own company to treat patients if you don't want to work in the traditional setting of OT. So in one of her webinars that I watched recorded online, she talks a lot about how she herself has benefited from nature, and that is something that I myself also can relate to. She talks about forest therapy being about sensory connection, connecting all our senses to nature and making them come alive. People who are connected with nature are happier, which is true. Evidence about connecting with nature, living in close proximity to nature, and the impact of our well-being has shown that individuals are generally happier when they are outside than people who do not. So there's a lot of evidence about nature and the impact it has on our health and well-being. For example, living in a greener place improves health, physical function. It lowers our sympathetic activation, lowers our blood pressure, lowers our heart rate, lowers our stress, and much more, such as reduce pain and improve immune system. It's spiritual, connecting to something greater than ourselves, something that has more meaning to the entire earth and the universe. There's wildlife, different types of species that depend on the environment, and so do we. Social well-being. People feel more connected and safer in their community when basically they have the green space and open space to be able to go out and explore and be themselves. So from the World Health Organization, they state that contact with nature is a significant health determinant. Absolutely, I would agree with that. I myself feel 10 times better when I'm out in nature, especially right now with finals. I'm supposed to be studying, but this is part of my final, so I am doing a little bit of both. I'm working on my final and I am taking a little break by doing some physical activity and connecting to nature. So there are two types of nature connection. So nature contact, which is doing activities in nature, which is what I do most often. I go out and bike and hike with my fiance, and we spend time in nature. But there's also nature connection, which is about connecting and feeling nature. How does our body feel when we're in nature? The emotions that nature brings out, and also noticing everything that is going on, the sounds, the smells. It just rained a couple of days ago, well, yesterday and the day before, and I love it after it rains because there are so many smells that you can sense. You can just smell. Everything smells so much more fresher, and the dirt, especially down here in Southern California, everything's so dry. So the individual experience that somebody gets from nature is, everybody experiences nature differently, right? So there's a sense of belonging to a wider natural world as part of a community of nature. So the Kawa model author said that you are in the environment as much as the environment is in you. Human evolution and how humans evolved in nature and developed the ability to survive via enhancing their senses. And so as we continue to remove ourselves from nature, we will continue to see more imbalances to our health, leading to occupation imbalances. Being in nature allows people to slow down and just be. So what is the take-home message here? Any time spent in nature is better than no time at all. That is for sure. Nature supports better health and well-being. Nature connection can be achieved every day. It is the quality of the connection with nature that matters. And what can you do in your everyday to connect to nature? So as a future occupational therapist, clinician, I want to advocate for myself and others to use nature as a way of healing, not only for ourselves, but also use it with our clients, with our future clients. Obviously, there are many different ways that we can do this, building your own kind of setting or using what's available already through arts and recreations. But this is something that I'm really interested in, and hopefully once I start practicing as an OT, I can become more, I guess, connected to the whole business side of it, and be able to put things together and develop a plan for myself and for my future clients.